I'm wading out here in this water, and all I can think about is a very maybe unfamiliar story to you in the Bible. Many of us are familiar with the story of the Red Sea crossing. When God parted the waters for the Israelites as they were fleeing from Pharaoh, and the Red Sea parted and they walked across on dry land. And then when Pharaoh's army came in after them, God closed that gap and it washed all of Pharaoh's army away. But there's actually a second time when God parted the waters, and he did it for Joshua. The Israelites were coming and marching with the Ark of the Covenant, the symbol, the physical symbol of God's presence. And they came to a crossing, a water crossing that they needed to go across. And God said, go out in the water with the ark. And so the Levites carrying the ark went out into the middle of the water, and then the water parted. It parted again so that the Israelites could cross on dry ground. And then what they did is they took 12 stones representing the 12 tribes of Israel, and they brought those as a remembrance of what God had done. Maybe there's something that God has done so miraculous in your life. Maybe he's healed you. When I was younger, my legs were actually two different lengths, and God miraculously healed me. Maybe that you have another instance where God saved your life. There was a time when I was driving and I sure should have hit another vehicle, but God spared me that accident. Maybe there are other things, and you need to remember those times. Like the Israelites set up those pillars, they took those rocks. Those are things that you need to remember and cling to. You need to hold on to the memory of that, maybe by journaling or something that will keep reminding you of God's faithfulness, of what he did, of the miraculous way in which him and no one else saved you, redeemed you, took you out, changed your life, saved your life, whatever it was. To know beyond a shadow of a doubt that was God in that moment. There'll be times in your life when you'll doubt. There'll be times in your life where you might forget. You might need to really remember God's faithfulness and his goodness towards you in your life. And so always go back to those times. We don't live in the past, but we remember those things, and seeing those things, we press on and go ahead, because we know that if God has done it before, he is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he will do it again. Maybe you need to share your story and encourage somebody else with that. I remember many times where I've told people just the way that God has supernaturally intervened, and what an encouragement in their faith that is. So consider doing that today. Consider taking that miraculous story, like the crossing of a water, something that no one else could have done, and share that with somebody and encourage them in their faith today. We'll see you again.